Hey guys, it's Leanette. Welcome back to DIY Beauty on Purpose. Today I am working on this table that I thrifted off of Marketplace. It was only $10 and I have super big plans for it, so stay tuned. The first thing I did was tighten some of the screws that it already had. When I picked it up, I noticed it was a little wobbly, so I tightened the screws and I also added some brad nails to make sure it's nice and secure. I'm going to be adding a shelf in the middle of the table, and so I am pre-drilling some holes here on some pieces of scrap wood that are going to serve as the brackets to hold the shelf. And I measured on both sides to make sure both sides were nice and or even, and then I used my level to make sure that they were leveled, and I'm securing them with screws and wood glue. I used a 1x8 and a 1x4 and I cut them to fit, and that's going to serve as the shelf, and then I secure them with brad nails. I'm going to be building a door for the table because I'm going to turn it into a cabinet. So I am using 1x2s that I purchased at Lowe's. I cut them to size that I wanted it to fit the front of the table, again to make it a cabinet. And I'm drilling some pocket holes using my Craig jig. I'm drilling 2 on each side, and it's going to be on the same side of the board. And I'm going to only drill them on the 2 boards that are going to be up and down, because then they'll screw to the ones that are going side to side. I made 2 holes on each end on the same side of the board. That way the pocket holes are all going to be on the inside of the door, of course, and not on the outside, because I don't want the pocket holes to be seen. So now that I have the pocket holes nice and drilled, I am going to now assemble the door into a square. And being a solo act here, sometimes it's a little hard. I tried using the clamp, it didn't work out. So anyways, I made it work, but sometimes it's a little hard. But using pocket holes, at first I was very intimidated, but to be honest with you, it is such a great way to just make sure that joints are nice and secure. I love it. So I'm using the drill bit that comes with the kit, and then I'm also using 1 1/4 inch pocket hole screws, which is the appropriate size for the 1x2s, which is essentially a 3 1/4 thick piece. So I also added, as you can see, another piece of wood in the middle. I thought it would just make it, I don't know, just make it look better, more secure too. And then I cut a piece of chicken wire. If you've ever worked with chicken wire, you know that it can be a pain. I cut it to size using the wire cutters. And then now I'm just going to be stapling it with my electric stapler. And of course being very careful, because this wires, as you can, or the chicken wire, could be very harmful for your skin if you get scratched up. But once you have one side stapled and secure, the rest is just pretty much flattening it out and securing it with these staples. And of course I ran out of staples, so I grabbed another set and I placed it in, and I just finished stapling it. So now I am giving the cabinet a good clean. It was very dusty and just kind of dirty, so I make sure that it's nice and clean, get it ready for paint. And I started with the door. Now I know some of you may think, oh my gosh, she's painting it with the chicken wire on. It is on purpose, because I wanted to also dry brush the chicken wire so it has a more lighter tone to it. So what I did was I painted the trim, and then once I had very little paint on the like I'm doing there on the brush, then I just dry brushed it on in every direction, the chicken wire, so that it has a lighter tone. I am painting the cabinet with regular household paint. This is a Valspar in the, I think it's their premium line, or signature line, I apologize. And it's just white. I was gonna do chalk paint. I normally use chalk paint, but I don't know. This time I just thought, hey, I'm gonna do regular household paint. And it just proves that you don't have to have chalk paint, although, you know, it is my preferred paint to paint furniture. You can also use household paint. It does not distress as smoothly as chalk paint does. So if you're looking to distress, or if you're new to distressing and painting furniture, I'd suggest chalk paint, but you can certainly do it with regular household paint. I will be distressing this one, but I do warn you, it does not distress as smoothly. It'll have more of a chippy kind of look to it. I decided to add a stencil. This is a French stencil that I got and I have used in multiple projects. I love reusing these. I love getting stencils that I can reuse for my furniture and that have a farmhouse French country kind of style, because I can reuse them and save some money. I am using Rust-Oleum Chalk paint for the stencil in the country gray. So here I am, like I said, distressing a bit, and I do notice that again it's not distressing as smoothly, but I'm okay with that. I knew that would happen and I was fine with that. I'm focusing more on the edges and then a little bit on the top, and that's it. I am now going to be adding a couple hinges to the door so that I can attach it to the cabinet. I got these hinges at Lowe's, and I think it came like a couple of them in a little baggie. I want to say it was under $3. It was about $2 something. I'm not sure on the exact, but it was definitely under $3. So I am going to just mark where the holes are. I am going to pre-drill the holes. I don't want, because this is a very thin piece of wood, I do not want it to crack after I've done all this work. So it's worth going through the extra effort on making or pre-drilling the holes. And once I had them pre-drilled, now I'm just adding these screws, and then I'll be adding it to the cabinet. The handle for it I also got at Lowe's, and this is an Allen Roth brand, and it was under $2. I got this piece of board. It's a large piece of board in my oh my gosh, shop with me for lumber that I filmed, and this was a piece of it that I cut to fit the back of the cabinet, so that of course it has that portion of it and it looks nice and finished. And I am using my electric stapler to secure it to the back. So this is what the table looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. Holy smokes, what a difference. I am absolutely in love with this cabinet. I am wanting to keep it. I just don't have the room for it right now, so I'm gonna end up selling it, but I love it. It has that rustic farmhouse feel to it, and my gosh, the transformation is absolutely amazing. So guys, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this transformation. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so. Give me a thumbs up if you really liked it, and if you have any questions, just write me a comment. I hope you have a great day.